Hello, I'm George Aja with the Enjoy Life Movement, and I'd like to take the time today to discuss something that many people are afraid to talk about, and that is the ill effects of organized religion. Now, I have a platform to talk about this because I was a pastor of a megachurch for over 25 years. So I understand the makeup of organized religion from the inside out. It's something that I walked away from. My decision, my conscience. Many people, always try to demonize the integrous moves of somebody who is evolving and moving forth spiritually. And I've been able, in almost 30 years, to look at the ill effects of religion. Number one, we begin to see a distorted world view. Why is that? Well, when any holy book tells you that they're right and everybody else is wrong, and for being wrong, you're going to receive horrible punishment for disagreeing with their intangible ideology on spirituality and their viewpoint on God. I tell you, if I'm going to serve God, it's not going to be a God who is full of anger and vengeance, and he's out giving orders to different people to kill people. Many times people comment on their holy books, but they don't speak out of the context of the book, and they don't take the time to even read their whole holy book from cover to cover. The second reason that I see that's a problem with the ill effects of religion is what we call cognitive dissonance, which is basically somebody hearing the truth or the facts or the opposite opinion of what they believe, and because they can't deal with it, they shut it down. They get angry, they can get defensive, they can just be quiet and shut down completely. Now, this is not healthy. I believe that everyone should be at a place where if their religion matters so much to them that they can talk about it and that we can learn from one another versus being isolated, bigoted, and opinionated about an intangible subject. You heard me. That's right. There's nobody who has empirical evidence that can prove whether there is a God or not a God. I believe there's a God, but I'm not ready or willing, should I say, any longer to fight with people about who God is. Is God a he? Is God a she? Are they one? Are they? Are three one? Is there really one and not three? Or is there, like pantheism says, there's many gods, thousands of gods, like the Hindu religion. It's amazing to me when you look throughout history how men have a spiritual experience and decide, depending on where their culture is and where they were located, they interpret that spiritual experience through the eyes of their historical lens and by the culture in which they live in. So that becomes truth to them. That becomes truth to people. Life can get pretty hard. And so we desperately want to believe in something more. That there's something out there that could help us, that could strengthen us, that could infuse us with power. None of those things are bad. To receive healing, to have times of intimacy and times of restoration and refreshing. None of that is bad. But when you stand up and you condemn millions and billions of people on this planet because you think you're right, man, you need a checkup from the neck up. You got stuck on stupid. You heard me right. So let's regroup. Don't get offended. Even the great Apostle Paul says, do I offend you because I tell you the truth? Listen, whether it's Islam or Christianity or Hinduism or one of the over 36,000 sects of Christianity, wonder how they all got started. Well, I'll tell you how they all got started. They got started by one group disagreeing with another group. And then all of a sudden you begin to see splinter factions. Do you actually believe that when you look at the Lutheran religion, do you actually believe that when John Luther nailed those statements onto the church's wall to challenge the Pope and the cardinals and whatnot and the bishops, Do you think that he actually had intended in his mind to start a war that would result in the murdering and killing of people who both called themselves Christians, who killed themselves brutally over theological differences? Once again, I say, stuck on stupid. Wake up. Check up from the neck up. Quit hiding yourself in some ancient religious book that keeps you from dealing with the realities of your life. It's very easy to say, well, man, I was hooked on drugs and now I've got Jesus, or I've got Buddha, or I've got Mohammed. But you know what? It doesn't matter who you have, because if you ain't dealing with the stuff that is internally inside of you, that's been handed down to you generationally, and what you've built in your mind through your teachers and through your experiences and your parents and your friendships and your workplace and the ideologies that surround the culture in which you live in, if you don't deal with why you are and where you are and who you are, you will never get to a place where you truly find true significance, true fulfillment, and true contentment. Listen, I challenge you. I challenge you to reread your books. I challenge you to have an open mind. No one says you have to quit loving God your way. All I'm saying is that there's more to this than you realize. I was a pastor of a church for over 25 years. Our church membership was close to 3,000. Our weekly attendance was about 1,800 people. And I want to tell you something. I woke up one day and I looked across my sanctuary, and I looked across sanctuaries all across America, and I saw unhappy people. I saw people that were living insignificant lives. I met people that were unhappy in their marriages. Listen, wake up. The divorce rate is higher in Christianity than it is in non-Christian people now. That's right. We've surpassed what we call the world or secular society. Wake up once again and understand that we are all connected. Even Jesus said in the Bible, he said a prayer in John 17. He said, Father, I pray that they would see that they are one. One. We come from the same species. We come from the same creator, whoever that is. We have the same, listen now, this basic, 5-component piece of the DNA strand. That's in all of us. That's in all of us. The only difference is the cultures and the places in the world, and maybe the languages that we speak and the amount of melanin that we have in our skin. Other than that, we are the same. I challenge you to challenge yourself and the ideologies that have literally built small religious prisons for yourself. There's more to life. And I'm telling you that when any religion fosters hate and murder and killing and lying and deceiving and somehow gives it a pass because some man said God said so, once again, check up from the neck up. Think for yourself. Act for yourself. Speak for yourself. Hear for yourself. Be an individual who is authentic in your life. Be an individual who has discovered what you like, what you don't like. Be an individual who walks in love and keeps a strong vibration of peace and harmony wherever they go. Religion, that's man-made. That's another man's experience, and he makes a religion out of it. But spirituality is something that you and I encounter every moment of the day. I'm George Aja with the Enjoy Life Movement. And man, remember, check up from the neck up. I challenge you to rise to a new level in your spiritual journey. I'll see you next time.